Good morning, folks. How's it all going? So today I'm here with Albakry Salehuddin, my bro and biker friend and brother from a different mother. And today we're going to talk about a topic that has arisen recently in regards to bikes, a very hot topic. So welcome back.
Yes.
It's good to see you.
Thank you, bro.
What's up, bro? So
He actually punching me with coffee.
yes, this was the enticement here. Freshly
But
brewed
cover
coffee.
for coffee. And someone said, why is there a camera set up there?
So okay, as some of you may know, the bikers among you may know, there was recently. But why don't you tell us what was it actually that sparked this?
Oh, recently there was an article that was posted online quoting somebody, a safety advocate,
Who's not a biker?
Who's not a biker, obviously.
For one reason.
Yes.
I mean that already. Sorry lah. I mean if you're going to talk about a subject, then you must be part of that subject. Now this guy who brought up this idea, for want of a better word, has not ridden a bike in his life, I think. No?
Yes, and he's suggesting that the government ban small bikes from the road.
Outright ban small bikes from the road.
Yes, and replace them with electric scooters that can go up to 60 kilometers an hour.
I don't get that.
And this is one of his
ideas.
suggestions.
Yeah, okay.
His ideas.
So let's just put this into perspective, okay? First of all, you're gonna ban small bikes. Don't forget, what? 98% of the people out there on small bikes are using it as daily transport.
Yes.
This is their means to get to their work. You know, this is some of them are actually even using it for transporting their wares. And these are people golongan rakyat yang they are not so well to do.
Well,
they can't afford a car.
Look at it
maybe.
this way, bro.
Yeah.
2 years ago, there's a report that says 50% of Malaysians earn less than 2,000 ringgit a month.
How are you going to buy a car? Okay, you ban motorbikes, you ban small bikes. How is somebody who makes less than 2,000 ringgit
Yes.
going to buy a car? Can they even afford a down payment? What the monthly payments? And so a lot of these bikes are fully paid up. They're using it daily for their livelihood.
Yeah.
You know, to live.
To live, to go to work.
And you want to just ban like that, just like cutting off your nose to spite your face. I mean, then the next point, bikes that can only do what, 80, 70?
60.
60.
He wants to replace those bikes with electric scooters that go to 60.
Okay. Think of it this way now. 60 kilometers an hour at night, Sungai Besi Highway. You're riding a bike. And the cars are doing what? 100, 120, 130 coming up behind you?
You don't have to go to Sungai Besi.
LDP.
You ride at
LDP.
60.
On the LDP.
And imagine this. You cannot go over 60.
Yeah,
You're
you
just
cannot, even
stuck.
if you wanted to, right?
And you
you're
look
stuck
at your
60.
rearview mirror and you see a truck coming at 70,
80, 90. Hello, I've seen trucks doing 120.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So, if you have never ridden a bike, imagine this. You're driving your car, a bigger vehicle, SUV or a truck, comes and ping you. How do you feel while driving your car? So imagine this.
Yeah.
You don't have any doors.
Nothing. Now, don't forget, in a car, at least you're in a cocoon.
Yes.
You're in a box. You're in a metal box. If you get nudged, dented door, dented fender. On a bike, on a small bike, doing 60 kilometers an hour, you get nudged, you're off. You crash. That's it. No two ways about it. You're gonna crash and possibly die.
So it doesn't have to be a big vehicle.
No.
Even a Viva
Yes.
or another bike can cause a major accident
Or death.
or death. So having the ability to go at the same speed as the other traffic, it's not about going faster or getting there earlier
Or showing off or racing.
It's about me staying out of trouble, ahead of the trouble.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And having the power to actually avoid something happening.
Yes.
Now, if you're maxed out at 60, that's it. So if somebody cuts in front of you and you try to cuba elak kan, you can't. You cannot go any faster.
There's no way.
And if you jam your brakes on a small bike, you know what happens, right? With the small tires and all that. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, those electric scooters are not built for roads yet.
No, they're built for cities.
But here's the thing. According to him, it's safer. But a couple of days ago, there was this case in Singapore where this lady, 58 something, was hit by an electric scooter and she died.
Yeah, she was on an electric scooter.
No, she was on a bicycle.
She was on a bicycle and she was hit by an electric scooter.
Yes. So You know, it's not about the vehicle anymore. It's
Yep.
about the person who's controlling it. And
Yep,
if
yep,
that
yep.
person wants to go fast, whether he's riding a scooter or a moped or a car, he's gonna go fast.
Yes, exactly. Now, again, we need to reiterate the fact that a lot of the small bikes out there, yes, granted, there are rumpets out there, okay? There are idiots who are, chiloking between cars
Yeah.
and causing all kinds of mayhem. But that is not all. It's not all of them who are doing that. A lot of people on bikes out there, I'm sure you've seen them, carrying stuff, just heading to work, heading back, whatever. They are using these as means of transport. Okay?
Yeah.
You take this away from them, you're taking away their livelihood. It's the same thing that happened. Do you remember the vehicle scrapping policy idea?
Yeah.
Scrap all cars above 10 years old because they are dangerous. Come on. How can you do that? A majority of the Malaysians out there in the smaller towns are using their cars like a Nissan Sunny, KE70. They're using it for their livelihood.
You know what? If they actually pull that off, the sad part is it's going to only affect that law is only going to affect probably private users.
Yeah.
Do you know how many trucks or buses outside there that's more than 10 years old?
And still can do 120 kilometers an hour when they shouldn't be.
And a lot of these buses are the buses in our country, and the trucks are not even up to today's safety
Yep.
specs.
Yeah, most of them are pretty close to lorry hantu.
Yeah.
The ones that you see in construction
That's
sites
why
and all that.
when you ride on these buses, the chassis flexes, moves around.
Yep. Moving death traps. So there's so many more aspects of road safety that we have to look into before we straight away say ban all kapchais from the road. I mean, it's just a crazy idea.
This idea from the same guy, right? He says we could learn from Vietnamese riders.
Okay. What did he say about that?
He said they stop at red lights and they stop behind pedestrian crossings.
That's education. That's not the bike's fault.
The thing is, if you have a friend have you ridden in Vietnam?
Yes, I have actually.
How do they ride?
Yeah, they are quite disciplined.
Disciplined, but all of them are like zigzagging
Yeah.
here, there, no signal, and I don't know what he said about stopping at red lights, because I've seen a lot of videos of my friends riding over there. They don't stop at red lights.
Yeah, you can't use another country as an example for what's happening here, because okay, Taiwan, Vietnam, Thailand, they all have small bikes and they're all in town. Malaysia as well, of course. How can you use another country's data or riding style or mentality to fix something here?
Because one of the main problems we have here is, unlike those countries that you mentioned, they do not have a township that's connected by several highways.
Right.
Everybody's moving at 60. So yeah, they limit their bikes at 70 kilometers. Yeah, I understand. Because why? The whole traffic moves at that same speed. Right? But here, oh my god.
Yeah.
We have just too many fast moving highways or roads to limit the speed of bikes.
Correct. In fact, limiting the speed of bikes is actually dangerous. It's actually very dangerous, because like what Buck said just now, if you can only do 70 on a highway, you shouldn't be on the highway. And that's why the Renault Twizy? The Renault Twizy is banned from highways because it can only do 84 kilometers an hour. Yeah, the Renault Twizy cannot go on tolled highways.
I see.
It's only for town use. So it's the same principle here. You limit all small bikes to electric and a top speed of 70 kilometers an hour. You are creating a lot of future problems. You're creating possible fatalities for absolutely no reason.
So if moving forward, if Myvis says they're going to ban bikes, small bikes, small capacity.
From what I heard, you told me earlier, this is not what Myvis is saying. This is something one individual is saying.
Yeah, but he is attached to Myvis. So a lot of people are saying, hey, is this him saying or Myvis saying? Because the big boss of Myvis himself have not said anything about it.
Yeah. So
right. So
exactly.
What's happening here?
Somebody's tooting his own horn, I think.
Yeah, he even quoted say, PDRM already said yes to this idea. So I don't know. Now PDRM has not come up with an official statement.
Yeah.
So is this a wild idea, or is it something that's going to happen?
You know what? I think a lot more thought needs to go into this before you just come up with a statement saying ban all small bikes from the road.
Yeah.
I use a small bike. You use a small bike. We use scooters, and we've traveled miles and miles and miles on scooters with no problem. But if you're going to limit the size of a small scooter to 70 kilometers an hour, then you're creating some serious problems. You're really creating, and I think bottom line, somebody who's not a biker, who is not riding daily like we do, should not be coming up with suggestions like this. Really.
No, if we look at developed countries, right?
Yep.
Like Italy, or let's say Germany, the highways don't have speed limits.
Yeah, the autobahn has no speed limit. However, that said, based on driver discipline here, I think we're far away from having an autobahn.
Far away from there, but at the end of the day, they ban small bikes too. But the way they do it is, they have a minimum speed.
Yes, a minimum speed limit on the highway.
So they don't ban small bikes, they ban slower vehicles.
Yes.
Outright.
So
you don't see small trucks going at 60,
hogging the fast lane.
Hogging the fast lane, not even the slow lane, bro. There were even cases where I read cars being pulled over and told to go off the highway, the autobahn, to use the trunk road.
The trunk road, yes. See, the thing is, even in Malaysia, there's always an alternate route.
Yes.
You don't have to use the highway.
Yes.
But of course, the highway, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So the highway gives us that straight line. If you're gonna ban bikes totally, and I think that was one statement that was made as well, right? They wanted to ban bikes outright from using the highway.
Yes.
Come on, that's just punitive. To me, that's just punitive and silly. We need more rider education, but even with that, you're still gonna get certain people, certain segments who are still gonna be idiots on the road. And that's the same for car drivers as well. And all of you out there aren't angels. You're still some of you out there who are pretty devilish on four wheels behind the wheel. So there's good and bad in every scenario.
Yes.
Okay. Rider education is one thing, but simply just banning them outright, that's just crazy.
Well, rider education right now to me is slightly saturated because everybody we talk to, it's the age of information.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody knows it's wrong to jump the red light.
Yep. Everybody knows.
That is against the law.
Yeah.
But nowadays, if you stop at a traffic light, there'll be 2 or 3 bikers who will just jump.
You'll jump. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So they know it's wrong. So education is there. What we need, to me, is more enforcement.
Enforcement has always been a key
just
problem.
as simple as that.
Yeah.
Just start a few policemen at a few traffic lights.
The hotspots. Yeah, the hotspots.
That's it. Done.
True. Yeah, absolutely.
We start with that first.
Yep.
I think
enforcement.
Yeah. We start enforcement at traffic lights. That's good enough.
And so many the bikes themselves. Some of them running around with no lights.
Yeah.
No light. No real light is the most common. I've seen some riding at night. No headlight, no real light, wearing black.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
It happened last night. I don't know why. Every time I ride with a helmet cam, that does not happen. Nothing happens. Nothing interesting. But the moment I don't have a camera with me, like last night, it rained. I was riding on the bike lane on the Ferry Highway, and suddenly I said, "What's that thing moving in front of me?" It was a guy riding slowly, without no lights at all, including the meter and the headlights.
Everything blown.
At
night in the rain.
And he was wearing, I think, black or blue t-shirt. And the only reason I noticed him was because his pants was grey.
Yeah.
And it was raining. I almost hit him.
There you go.
So
there you go. If another bike can hit another bike going slow, what about cars these days that can do 140, 160, 170 like that in the blink of an eye? And the next thing you know, there's a bike there doing 60 because he cannot go any faster.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I just got married.
Congratulations.
Thanks. You know the video.
Good video.
I took my wife on a scooter ride. She has never been on a two-wheel before. And this is from her own mouth. She never noticed how dangerous it is to ride a bike in town because of other drivers.
Yeah.
So even though I'm on my own lane, there'll be cars cutting me through.
Yeah.
The people. She saw somebody video calling somebody else while
I
driving.
see that all the time.
We're not talking about texting, bro.
Holding the phone like this and driving in. Oh my goodness.
I said
That's
these are the things that we as riders notice every day
I notice
while
this
riding.
every day.
Yes, there
Every
are
day.
bikers who jump the red lights, but there are drivers who.
I saw a lady the other day. Now this is no bullshit, no exaggeration. I'm not lying. I swear. One hand on the steering wheel, but the steering wheel hand was holding a freaking clipboard over the steering wheel. The other hand was writing. She was driving and writing at the same. So texting is one thing, but she was actually writing with a pen while driving on the federal highway.
A few years ago, while riding on the MPE, I almost got sideswiped by this car. It was after the toll, it's a right turn, right?
Yeah.
It's a U-turn. So she swerved into my lane. I swerved there, looked at her. She didn't even realize I was there.
Yeah.
You know what she was doing?
Yeah.
Taking a selfie.
Oh, while driving.
Yes.
Time and place for everything, folks. I mean, don't take a selfie while driving. Oh my god. I mean, it's just crazy. Okay. The physics of it, a bike takes up very little physical space.
Yes.
Okay. It's very easy to lose a bike in your A pillar, B pillar, C pillar.
Yes.
And that's why cars have wing mirrors, internal mirror, and even sometimes blind spot information system. But all that means nothing if you're not paying attention.
Yes.
I mean, if you're paying attention to how good you look in your selfie, bliss, lane keep assist, all that is worthless.
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 So what we're trying to say here is, we're not trying to bash drivers. We're drivers too. We love cars. Chris
We know.
has a few.
Yes.
I'm itching to buy another one.
See,
So
there you go.
but instead of banning bikes, there are other things that needs to be solved first.
Yes, a lot.
Looked at
Yep.
before we go to that end.
Yeah.
And even developed countries don't actually ban bikes. Germany, they still use bikes, small bikes.
Yes,
Though
they
they cannot go on the autobahn,
Yep.
but you still have bikes on the road.
Yep.
But they solve everything else. It's all about driver discipline, rider discipline, and enforcement. There's the fines
I
on
agree.
the
I
German
agree.
police.
Yeah. There are some countries that in Europe that fine you according to your salary.
Yes.
So there was this one guy that got a 3 million euro speeding fine because he makes like 10 billion a year or something like that. Maybe we should implement that.
Yeah.
Then let's see what happens.
Then see what happens.
Since you mentioned the bike lane, they finally opened most of the bike lane, not all. So if you still see some bikes on the federal highways, because certain stretches are still closed.
Yeah.
But the parts that are opened, I think they're a bit wanting, aren't they?
I've recently chat with a guy who's with the Jabatan Keselamatan Jalan Raya or something. He's part of that body.
Good.
And he did a survey of that road.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
He already listed out of the things that needs to be improved.
Great. I'm
Right.
very, very happy to hear
Apparently,
that. Yeah.
including the those AMCO barriers had the poles, the straight up poles.
I mentioned it in one of my videos.
Right.
It's crazy though.
He already suggested that they implemented the bike safety barrier underneath.
Yeah.
Which is just a piece of thing just to push your body away from the
to
pillars.
protect you from hitting that metal metal strut.
Yeah. So this guy says that he's suggesting he did a report, 100 something page report to the body that's in charge of that lane.
All right.
But the guy who wants to ban bikes, right, said this is all fluff. This is all useless.
See, the things that are important, he says is useless.
He said no. This is not important. You already have a lane. Use that. And you know what? Talking about the video lane. Today is exactly 1 year that I produced a video in response from that same guy who was making so much noise about bikers using the car lane on the highway.
Yeah.
What he didn't realize is, I mean, you don't have to be a biker to know that the bike lanes were closed at the time.
You could see it was sealed
You
off.
could see.
Yeah.
You know,
Construction going
if
on.
I was a person who wants to comment on something, I'll do some research on it.
Yes.
But this idiot did not do anything, just commented saying bikes were using the car lanes, it was dangerous. But the bike lanes were closed.
Yeah, he failed to realize the bike lanes were actually closed, so there's no choice.
I told him the bike
highway.
lanes were closed. So he responded in his thread in Facebook saying, oh, what do you mean? But bikes are, yeah, but the bike. So I did a video in response to that to show him. And you know what I said?
Yeah.
This is all alasan.
Yeah, when you can't win an argument, yeah. But you know, there's a famous saying about never argue with an idiot because they will drag you down to their level and beat you with experience.
Yes, but this idiot is listed as one of the ahli lembaga Myvis.
See, but I think, I don't know, I really don't know him personally, but I think it sounds very punitive, that what the suggestions he's coming up with. And of course, I mean, like I said earlier, if you are not a biker, if you don't even ride, how are you able to comment about things, about riding, about being a biker in Malaysia in day-to-day situations?
No, actually, you don't have to be a biker. Just talk to a biker.
He doesn't. That's the thing. He doesn't. These are all ideas that are just coming out from his head.
I have a feeling he has something against bikers.
That's what I said. That's what I think so as well. That's what I said. It's punitive. I don't know. Maybe one of you rimpits pissed him off. Whatever it is, no offense intended to anyone, no insult intended to anyone. This is a situation that needs to be addressed before it gets out of hand. And the danger here is that if somebody like this has the ear of other people who are also not bikers, who are in power to do something about this, that's when it gets dangerous.
Yes.
Because then they will make decisions based on wrong and false and inaccurate information.
Exactly.
So we got to be very, very careful about this, because I think bottom line, coming up with a statement saying you should ban all bikes below a certain cc in regards to kapchais and scooters is idiotic.
Yeah.
It's
If he had said
idiotic.
We're going to make compulsory for all small bikes, even small bikes who have ABS.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Because ABS on a small bike is brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah.
So even though the price of the bike will go up a bit, I'm
it's
all
worth
for
it. Yeah, absolutely worth it. Yeah, I think all bikes should come with ABS. Small bikes, big bikes should have ABS.
Which is, funnily, already available in Indonesia and Thailand.
There you go. There you go.
We're the only country in this region
Who has not implemented that mandatory fitment. So anyway, thanks Mark. It's always a pleasure.
Okay.
See you all soon. Take care. We'll be doing more videos again in future. So stay tuned for that.
More driving videos.
Yeah, we should do more driving. Bye guys.
Bye.